Bonjour, Kinamagi and Ireland Indigenous, and welcome to this presentation of the My Math Network. Today's lesson, hands-on division models. Question in chapter 3 is what strategies can be used to divide whole numbers? We begin on page 163 where it says build it. Again, these pages and screens don't always perfectly match up. The text should be the same, but I don't get a full page on each of these slides. As always, if there is a point where I'm going too fast for you, when you're writing things in, please feel free to pause the video, write it in, and then start it over. Well, don't start it over, but continue on. So we'll begin with the first one. In art class, 3 students share 48 markers evenly. How many markers will each student have? Now, one of our strategies yesterday was to use a fact family, but today we're going to use tools. And you can see our base 10 blocks. If you have those available to you, feel free to use them. If you don't, you could use drawings. Like I tend to draw a straight line for one of these tens pieces and do a little, almost like a period for the ones. And when we talk about place value, these individuals are ones, these full ones are tens. So you can see that's represented here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 groups of 10, so that's 40. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. So we have 4 tens and 8 ones, 48. We divide these tens into 3 equal groups. So it tells me to circle 3 groups of 10. I'm going to go ahead and do that, and you should as well. Hopefully yours is better than mine. 1, 2, 3. So now I have 3 groups already divided, and then I'm going to have some left over. I'm going to regroup by turning this group of 10 into 10 ones, plus those 8 ones. That's going to give me 18 ones. So go ahead and fill that in. Make sure you have done the drawing in. And once you have 18 ones, it should be pretty easy to divide those into 3 groups. Let's go to my next slide here for you. I could draw it. Where's my annotation tool? Drawing works for here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And now I have my groups. Here's one group. There's the next group. And the final group. And there are 6 ones in each group. So each group has 1 10 and 6 ones. And what is 1 10 and 6 ones? Well, 10 plus 6 is 16. Let me end this slide so that you guys can see what I need to write in next. And there's your answer key. Make sure you've written that in. Pause if you need to. Notice their drawing is slightly different than mine. Like I could have drawn 3 circles and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, done it that way. Oops. So 48 divided by 3 is 16. So each student will have 16 markers. All right, let's go ahead and try it with this one. 56 divided by 5. So we divide the base 10 blocks into 5 equal groups. And you see how they divided this out on step 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there are 6 ones left over. So we see the groups here. Then we have to divide the ones into 5 equal groups. And if you think about it, 5 groups of, well, 6 divided by 5, I can put 5 groups of 1, and there'll be 1 left over. I'm just going to use this here. You can see that. So I put the 1 with that. So each group has a 10 and a 1, and there's 1 left over. So the answer would be 11, remainder 1. There will be times where we'll ask you to determine what to do with that remainder, because maybe it's just discarded, maybe it's put with something else. But in this one, we just want 11, remainder 1. 11 stands for 1 10 and 1 1 in each group, and then there will be 1 left over. So model 32 divided by 3 using base 10 blocks. Will there be any left over? Explain. So if you need to draw this out instead of using base 10 blocks, go ahead. And we'll see how you do there. I'm going to give the model here. I could do 3 giant circles and just start putting them in. I could actually even better take 3 tens pieces, put them over here, and there's going to be 2 left over. So that would be my remainder. Let's practice these ones. Use base 10 blocks if they're available. Draw the equal groups. 44 divided by 4. I want you to go ahead and pause the video, fill these 2 out, and come back when you're done. You may pause now. Welcome back. Let's see how you did. There was 11 in each group because there's 1 10 in each group and then 1 1. There were no left over. In this one, we had 3 groups of 10 are put in each, 1 in each section. And then the 9 divided by 3 that's an equal one. It doesn't have a remainder. So 3 in each, no left over. All right, do the same on these and pause the video. Let me pause now. Welcome back. Let's see how you did. 32 divided by 5. So you see that there are 5 groups of 6 and 2 left over. That's your remainder. 57 divided by 8. So I drew 8 groups, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so forth. There'll be 7 in each group with 1 left over. So this drawing it out strategy works as an intermediary step, but it's not something you're going to want to do forever and ever when it comes to division. It's good for understanding division, not good for doing big division problems. Use base 10 blocks to divide 64 divided by 6. Are there any left over? Pause the video and come back when you're ready. You may pause now. Welcome back. Let's see how you did. There were 4 left over. And by now you might start seeing the pattern. Well, there's 6 groups of 10 and there's not enough there are less ones than there are this. That 4 left over might have been something that was already there for you. All right, next one. Kendrick has 42 craft sticks to make 3 identical crafts. How many sticks will he use for each one? Go ahead and pause the video, solve it, and return. You may pause now. Welcome back. Let's see how you did. 14 sticks. You could have done 3, and then you just put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, until you get to 42. Or if you have some pieces, you could have done a 10, and a 10, and then had 12 left over, and put them in 1 with each one until you got to that 14. So there are multiple ways to apply this one. At this point, I would like you to start on the assignment. If you're doing it in the textbook, or the packet, I should say, these are on page 167 and 168, although all questions are on 168. Side 167 kind of gives you a review of this. If you answer them on the paper, you do not need to answer it within the Google Classroom. If you answer it in the Google Classroom, you do not need to answer it on the paper. Just do one of them. You're doing it on the paper. This being Tuesday, you should send it into tomorrow's pickup and paper exchange. There's also a red box in front of SCA that you're always welcome to drop papers off. If you're in Group B, just bring them with you on Thursday. If you're a Group A student and finish this, you may just let me know and then bring it in on Monday. As always, if you're stuck with any problems, please reach out to me. Office hours are at 2 p.m. and my email is mireland@flagshipschool.net. I'm always looking forward to hearing from you and helping you out where you need help. Hope you all have a Minal Gishigat. Mama P.